Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am going to wait and let YouTube notify a few people and Facebook. Hope all is well out there. I'm going to go ahead and get started shortly. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. How's it going? I see people are logging on, so you must be getting your notifications. I will not be able to communicate with Facebook like by name, but I can see your comments. Hey, Cassie Bear, welcome. My sister goes by, is it K Bear? That's cute. I like that. Welcome, everybody. Those who will join us on the replay, welcome. Hey, Allison. Monica, what's going on? So I'm here tonight by myself. Both Alexis and Angela had something else going on. So I'm like, I got to come on and talk to the people. What's up, people? How y'all doing? And you know my goal the month of July is to try to go live just about every day. I am so working on it, guys. Hey, Evangeline. Hi, Facebook. So I can't see your names on Facebook. You guys know I have a problem with accessing the names, but I am going to say hi to all my friends on Facebook, those who will listen to the podcast, and those who are here with me not live. Hey, Uconda. What's up? Hi, Mrs. B. Duncan. In the house. Welcome. Hey, Donna. Well, listen, guys, we're going to get right into it. I'm not going to hold you all night, but I think this is an important topic. So before I get started, I'm talking about how to start your fingerprint business, your ink fingerprinting business. So, hey, Facebook. So just for the record, I currently do not, hey, Rachel. Hey, April. I currently do not do live scan because for me, I just don't think the investment is there. Hi, Moses. How are you? First time here. Been a notary for like a year, still haven't fully launched. Well, we need to get that going, Moses. That's what I'm talking about tonight, how to add different services to your notary business. Because a lot of times we have businesses. However, we're hearing things like the business is slow, market is this. So I just completed an ink fingerprinting job tonight for a repeat client. I also had one earlier last week or the end of last week. I don't remember, but that's what prompted this video because my client, hey, Marcel, what's going on? Hey, Facebook. My client actually did a couple things that was wrong. So there were some errors there. So I wanted to talk about, first of all, why you should start an ink fingerprinting business. It is not too late for you. I wanted to talk about how to start the business. And I wanted to give you 3 errors to be careful of when you do start your business. Okay. Because I just had this happen with a client. So like I said, I felt it was worthy of a conversation. So I'm going to get right into it. So why start an ink fingerprinting business? First of all, because police stations still are not fully operational when it comes to letting people in doing ink fingerprinting. What I found too, guys, during COVID, when that happened, a lot of places realized, you know what, we can get away with not offering this service and everything's going to be okay. Let the client go figure it out the best way they can. So even though the police stations are back open fully, some of them decided, you know what, that's just something we're not going to offer. Or same thing with UPS stores, certain things, and banks. They realize, especially the banks, when it comes to notarizations, period, they realize, hey, they could do this somewhere else. They don't have to come here. So now they make it really hard to get notarizations at the bank. You know, for example, you have to make an appointment, you know, or they may not even have a notary. And I took a picture at a UPS store a few weeks ago, and I meant to make like a Facebook thing out of it or a meme or whatever, but I did not. But it was like the notary is here from 9 to 4. So most people are working between 9 to 5. So they're going to need your services before or after. Okay. But that's not what we're talking about tonight, because I can go on a whole tangent with that. So the main reason, though, you want to start an ink fingerprinting business is because, quite frankly, other people are not doing it. And then, as I mentioned about the hours with notarizations, it's the same thing with ink fingerprinting. Some people need to get it done before work. My client that just left me, her job was at 8 o'clock. She was a repeat client. As I stated before, she's going for her master's degree. And it was funny because she at first asked me, she said, what are your hours? I said, well, I close at 5, which I do, but y'all know I ain't turning no money down. So, hey, everybody that's joining us now. I see we're up to 30 people. I know it's 8:30, but I think this is a good time that you get in, get rested from work and everything. So my client, though, wanted to come at 8 o'clock tonight. And I could hear the hesitation when I told her I closed at 5. She said, can I come at 8 in the morning? Well, technically, I don't open till 9. So I didn't tell her that. So I said, well, would you prefer to come tonight at 8, or would you prefer to come at 8 in the morning? Because either way, I was going to accommodate. She said, well, I prefer to come tonight at 8. I said, okay, fine. I said, you can come at 8. So I sent her a little text reminder. And that's what I do. That's just customer service, guys. If you don't do it already, that's kind of a way, too, to ensure your client will come. One of the ways. Now, it doesn't always work, but once they know you have an appointment or that they have an appointment scheduled with you, it kind of helps them to go ahead and keep it, because I hear a lot about cancellations out there. So anyway, we did her appointment tonight. She actually got here early, so I was able to even lay down for a few minutes. I have been working all day long. So I'm exhausted, but this live was happening tonight. I don't care what. So anyway, so let's get into, I talked about why start the business, right? So sometimes people need you before business hours, after business hours, and other places, quite frankly, just aren't doing it, right? So now let's talk about who needs ink fingerprinting. Who's your client? Everyone's always talking about do this, do that. Who is my client? Your clients are, like my person was looking to get a master's degree. So she had to send off her fingerprints to a college. Okay. You may have people traveling. They need their fingerprints done. You may also have certified nursing assistants. They also need their fingerprints taken. And then daycare workers are my most popular. I do have real estate agents too. They have to be fingerprinted. So those are your clients. So where are all those people located? Go to some daycares, leave some cards, market everywhere. I always say everybody should know you're a notary. And on your business cards, it's just some gems I'm dropping tonight, guys. You want to make sure your services are listed. You might just have notary public or notary signing agent. I was working with someone earlier today. They showed me their card, and that's what they put. They had, I said, you should list your services. So they showed me their card, and they put it on there on the screen so I could see it. And it just said notary loan signing agent. Well, your clients don't even know what a notary is until they need one. They definitely don't know what a notary signing agent is. So when you list all your services, I list even the type of documents that I'm able to notarize: power of attorney, wills, I-9s, ink fingerprinting. I list all my services out so they don't have to guess or wonder, because they don't really associate ink fingerprinting with a notary. What they're going to be looking for is ink fingerprinting near me. So I talk about how to market and everything in my course that I have, which is my ink fingerprinting course, ink fingerprinting like a pro. And it's not that complicated. It's not. So I go over everything you need to do to start that business, to grow that business, and how to roll your prints, how to fill out the form correctly. So that leads me to the next thing. Really quick, I want to tell you how to start the business, and I'm going to double back. Stay to the end, because I'm going to give you 3 things that my clients did incorrectly with her cards, and that's why you're needed as the notary. Okay, so stay with me to the end. But now I told you why you're needed, who needs your services. Now I'm going to tell you how to set up that business. Okay, so you want to check with your state, make sure it's okay. In all states, ink fingerprinting is okay. Now, when it comes to the live scan, you need to do a little bit more investigation, because you have what's called channeling and all that, and it goes to the government. You got to be approved, and they only use so many people, etc. But for ink fingerprinting, just about all states, I've not come across one that does not allow it. But you just basically roll in the print, and actually you don't even roll it. I teach you how the client roll their own prints, okay? Because a lot of people say, well, I don't want to touch them because of COVID. You don't have to touch the client, okay? So tonight, for those of you who are joining us, we are talking about how to start your ink fingerprinting business, why you should be starting an ink fingerprinting business, or not a whole separate business, but at least adding it to your notary services, okay? So go back and watch the replay if you've missed any of it. So now I'm actually talking about how to start the business. So the ink fingerprinting has a very, very, very low startup cost. Even my course that I offer is under $60. Okay. The course that I offer right now, it is on sale. So let me put that at the time of the recording of this video, because anything could happen. But at the time of the recording of this video, the ink fingerprinting course is $55, I think. And I've seen courses out there as high as $150. And I'm sure they don't teach you like I do. So anyway, check out the course. I do have a free video on my channel. I always provide you a free option. I have a free video on my channel about ink fingerprinting. I actually have 3 now, I think. So check those out. But if you want to do it like a pro, you're going to have to invest in your business. And again, the ink fingerprinting course at the time of this video, $840. I usually don't date, but $710. It's only $55, I believe. Hey guys, welcome to everyone who is joining us. So we're talking about ink fingerprinting tonight. So it does have a very low startup cost. So let's include the cost of the course right now. You have to get some cards, you need to get some ink, and some wipes, basically. I would also suggest some clipboards, but if you're a notary and you've done any kind of training with us, we tell you to have at least 2 clipboards. And the reason why you need at least 2, because sometimes your client may need one. And then guess what? My clipboard broke tonight. So it must have broke, because sometimes I put my stuff in my bag. I never put it in there the same way because I might be rushing or whatever. I always have 2. And I pulled out one of them. They're cute. One was pink and one was purple. And one of them is cracked. But it's okay, because I had bought like a 6-pack from Amazon. And when I bought them, it was hilarious, because I was like, I don't need all these. But I couldn't find none at the Dollar Tree that was cute. They was all the wooden kinds. I wanted some cute ones, colors. And because I always feel good when I have cute colors and stuff, it just makes me feel good in my business. Even at home, I like colors. My house is bright. My walls downstairs are yellow. Now this room is gray. This is my bedroom. It's gray, but I have yellow curtains and yellow pieces in here. Now I'm way off topic, and you can see I like yellow. Plus, that's Notary Educators Colors, my training company. Okay, me, Alexis, and Angela, we all train together. So I digress. So anyway, I was saying they have you some clipboards as part of your supplies. That's why I was talking about that. Another reason you want to start the ink fingerprinting business is it's something you can scale. If you're willing to drive a little bit, like if you're in a suburb and you're willing to drive to the city, or if you're in the city willing to drive to the suburb, everyone doesn't offer ink fingerprinting. So it's something easily scalable. It's everybody does not offer it. You can call 5 notaries in your area right now. They don't know how to do it. Okay. And actually, I got to thinking about this video, and I'm coming back this week, and I'm going to do one about the I-9 within this week too, because the other day Angela had one, and it was so crazy. She said the client had called like 3 or 4 people. They couldn't find nobody. They was like, why can't anyone do this? So hi to everyone that's with us. Let's see what comments we have. Spinks 706 says, hello, I market to banks and have gotten good business because they turn down people all the time. Right? Preach, Spinks 706. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not just me saying that. I appreciate you sharing that with the group so they can know, it's not just me. I mean, really, people say they're a notary. They have their commission, they're a work notary, and they don't know what to do. If you know what to do, though, there is business out there. Cassie Bear says, do you have to be background screened as an ink fingerprinter? You do not. You do not. Nope. There is no certification required. So don't let anybody, kind of give you fluff with training. Well, I can give you a certification. There is no certification required. You just need to know what you're doing. And I teach you that in the course. Because I even have people ask me, they say, hey, can I get, Marcel took my ink fingerprinting course. She's on here tonight. Hey, Marcel. I already said, hey, but she took the course and she did it, and she's been having clients, but I was getting ready to say, people say you have to have a certification for this. You got to have a certification for that. I can print you one for this. You can print your own certification on Canva. Okay. But what you need is knowledge. Okay. What you need is knowledge, not not certifications. Papers mean nothing without knowledge. You got to know how to actually roll the card, how to actually fill it out, okay? And Sandy says, I never thought this would be so needed. Yes, I'm serious. It is a thing. Everything is, when you hear people on YouTube, Facebook and stuff, we talking about these different services, a lot of it really is not fluff, guys. It's not. These are services that I actually provide, okay? And many of the other people that's offering training too, just be cautious and make sure you're receiving the proper training, because I don't give you fluff. I give you what you actually need. So we're not talking about what the fingerprinting business is in the course. Like, I'm talking about that now. Now I'm telling you what it is. This is generic. You know what I'm saying? But the course actually teaches you how to roll, how to fill out the card, how to get the business. That's what the course does. Okay. And again, it is on sale. You can purchase it at notaryeducatorsllc.com. I always neglect to tell you guys where to go. Notaryeducatorsllc.com is our official website, okay? And all things notary are over there, okay? So let's keep going really quick. So you have high profit margins is another reason why you need to start this business, and how pricing is so important. With ink fingerprinting, for example, your expenses are your cards, my course, and the ink and the clipboards. That's it. Other than that, when you charge somebody, it's straight profit. It is straight profit all the way. So my client that came tonight, it was funny because I neglected to ask her, did she have her own card? So sometimes when they call me, I just assume they don't have their card unless they say they do. So when she got here, I don't know why I asked her. I said, do you have your cards? And sometimes they do have their own cards. So if they do, you're making even more money because you don't have to use your own product, right? So anyway, she did not have cards, and she was like, oh, I didn't have I don't have them. I said, oh, no worries. I have cards. I have plenty of cards. I buy them by the hundreds now, 100, at least I always try to keep at least 100 on me. And you want to keep extra ones because they might roll it wrong or you might write it wrong. I did that last week. Actually, I kept, what's the word when you change out the numbers? Like, it started with an N something. I can't even think of it. But say the number was 237. I kept writing 732. I did it on 2 cards. I was so upset. And fortunately, I did my part first. And then the rolling part was later. So I was able to kind of tear them up right quick. But I was so upset. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But it was so funny. I did it 2 times. 7 transpose. Thank you, Lenise. Thank you. Transpose. And I used to work at the bank. And that was a big deal when I did it at the bank, because that meant somebody got extra money or they got shorted. So I transposed the numbers. Thank you so much. So I did that. I was so mad. So anyway, that's why you want to keep extra cards with you though, okay? And again, it's not a huge investment. That's another reason why if you are not doing ink fingerprinting, if you are not, you need to be doing it, okay? You really need to be doing it. Let me get a couple more comments, and I got one more reason why you need to be doing ink fingerprinting. And then I'm going to tell you what happened with my client, and I'll take a few questions. Hold on. Is that for every state? Yes. Every state can offer ink fingerprinting. If you are not doing ink fingerprinting, you need to tell me why. You need to tell me why. The initial investment is not that much. I just gave you a business for under $100. Buying my course and your supplies, we're looking at $75. Okay. You ain't going to start no other service in this business for $75. Okay. That's just one. I'm going to give you another one this week. We're going to talk about the I-9. But right now, we are talking about ink fingerprinting. So the course plus your supplies, you're looking at $75 to start doing ink fingerprinting. All right. And I'll teach you exactly everything you need to know for real. Y'all know how I do. I tell you everything. So anyway, let's see. That's for every state. Cassie Bear says she about to promote her business tonight. Yes, I want to see it. Let us know. Get in Facebook. If you are not in our Facebook group, I highly recommend it. So our Facebook group is Notary Educators. If you want to purchase anything, it's notaryeducatorsllc.com. You can sign up over there too for Facebook. And don't forget to sign up for our free emails. That lets you know when we go live, so you can know when we have specials. And we actually try to send out a notary tip on each one too, okay? Whenever we send out an email. So Allison says, do all states need fingerprinting for things? I tried to look it up on Google for Ohio, but all I saw was the scan one. So I wasn't sure. Yes, everybody needs ink fingerprinting. Hey, Latoya. Yes, everybody needs ink fingerprinting. Yep. Thank you, Miss Hammy K. Appreciate it. Miss Hammy loves K-pop. Thank you for that. And Cassandra was trying to help us out too. I saw CC too. Thanks. So yeah, every state needs that. Everybody needs ink fingerprinting. Now, let me be clear. Your phone is not going to ring all day long. Normally, just for ink fingerprinting. It's not. So what happens is, just like any other service, that's why I offer almost 20 of them. When my phone rings, I do know how to do it, right? So I had my job tonight. I had one the end of last week or first of last week. So this month I have had, 10th day of July, and I've had two this month. So far I've had two or three. Okay. But like I said, it's not all day, every day. My phone is not ringing all day, every day for power of attorneys. Sometimes it's a school note. Sometimes it's they're selling a property. Sometimes they're buying a property. Sometimes they just need to take their name off of one deed and add someone. When your phone rings in general notary work, guys, that's why you really want to check out that general notary Don't Be Scared course. You're scared because you don't know what it is. And I get that. That's why I go over the specialty general notary work in the course and the book. Those two are equal. Either way you prefer training, either it's like you and I sitting in a room discussing it, or you can get the book, either version. But general notary work, I wrote a whole book. Don't be scared. It's not that complicated. And anything I tell you is not that complicated. Watch for an interview the next couple of days. I interviewed my one-on-one student today. And that's what she was saying. It was so funny because she's had her notary commission for a year, like most people. She sat on it, and then she said, I'm going to go ahead and train with Kimmi. And she did. It was so funny. When people finish our training, before they even finish, they're ready to go stamp something because they feel confident, and that's what we provide. Not fluff, not about marketing. Marketing is important, but it's at a certain point you need to know how to market. When you first start your business, you need to know how to notarize, okay? And that's what we do for people. And I also teach you how to market, how to grow that business, okay? We have plenty of people in our over 6,000 member Facebook group that can attest that we help grow businesses, okay? Now, we grow it a little slower than what you may see advertised, like you can do. No. I always say we're doing slow cooked meals around here. So we're going to help you get there, but you're going to have to build it step by step, brick by brick. There's no shortcut, okay? And we don't believe in hype or fluff. It took me a little time. It's going to take you a little time, but you will get there, okay? Welcome to everyone who is joining us. Do not forget about our podcast, Notary Educators. It's on all major platforms. So if you can't catch us live here, check out the replays. And the last reason you want to go ahead and start that ink fingerprinting business is because of the flexibility. Like anything else. When you add it to your business, it just gives you another level of service that you can provide, adding to you being able to be flexible in your life, right? Because that means more money, more services you can provide, more money. Hey guys, go ahead and click the like button for me if you can too. I always forget that. So anyway, let me tell you what happened with my client right quick. So I'm giving you 3 gems about the ink fingerprinting business, okay? So let's recap really quick. Start your business. If you have not added it as an additional service. My course is on sale. For the course and all your supplies, which I don't supply the supplies, but they're at my Notary Educators website. But between the course and everything, you need $75 to start your ink fingerprint. And no one else is going to give it to you for $55 for the course, plus your little supplies that you need, okay? You got a full-blown business, okay? Now, let's talk about this. So what my client did, it was so cute, poor thing. So what they say, bless her heart. So she came up with her, she called me, made her appointment, whatever. She gets here and she says, so I took the liberty to go ahead and print this out. And I was like, thinking to myself, what's she print? What is she giving me? She had printed the ink fingerprinting card. She had just printed some off of the Google or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, oh, okay. Not being mean, right? So I said, is that what they ask you to do? Because I never presume, right? I'm not an attorney. Even with something as simple as that, you never tell your client what they have to do. You ask them. You always ask, okay? You lead them. but you never tell them what to do. When I say lead, because somebody going to put, you don't lead your client. When I say lead, I mean, you may have to kind of coach and help them to see where they need to get to, if you can, without the unauthorized practice of law. Hey, everybody that's joining us. I see that number just growing. Yeah, so we don't want to tell our clients what to do, right? Because we're not attorneys, but we do want to help them if we know something is incorrect. Okay, not as far as advising, but with ink fingerprinting, I know they don't want some paper you just printed off your desktop laptop. No, you need your cards, the FD250A card. So I told her, I said, well, I have the card. So as I'm looking at her paper and I see what the color ink she used, I said, also you wrote this in blue ink. So first thing is she trying to print it off the Google, the actual cards. Well, she didn't have to, because I'm the professional. I always have cards. I have an ink fingerprinting kit that I created, but you can create your own. It's not that big a deal. Get your little case, put your supplies in it, and keep it moving. And I go over all of that in the course, okay? But check out my free video also about my ink fingerprinting bag, because I did a video on that, all right? But also, so that was one thing she did. The second thing she did was, like I said, she used the wrong ink color. On FD258 cards, ink has to be black, okay? For all of those out there of you who are filling out these fingerprint cards and don't know what you're doing, it's a certain ink color. It cannot be blue. Okay. So she was like, oh, really? Yes. Okay. And the third thing that happened with her, you got to be a pro. She had a Band-Aid on one of her fingers. She had a Band-Aid. And sometimes you will have people what is called missing a digit. Maybe they were in a car accident or something like that, or, construction work, and part of the finger is missing. You need to be able to account for that. Okay. So it's very rare that happens, but just in case. So in my case, my client had to take off her Band-Aid, and we had her roll that print. And then, because she was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I'm like, we're going to just roll it. And if they don't accept it for some reason, then we'll just redo it. Hey guys, everybody's joining us. We'll just redo it, but if they'll take it, because it was pretty clear. It was just a little cut that she had. So then you want to have ink pads, as I mentioned already. That's part of your supplies. Why? Because you don't want so she got this cut on her finger, and you trying to be cheap and buy one of those ink pads like you stamp in. That's not acceptable. I go over all that in a course. You can't do that. People try to use just regular ink. No, it's a process to everything, guys. Either you're going to self-teach, or let me help you. Okay. So those are my tips too. So we talked a lot about ink fingerprinting, and you didn't know that much was involved, did you? Let me take a few questions, and then I'm going to get out of here because I know it's late. So let's go to some of these questions. We are at, how much do you charge for fingerprinting? So, oh wait, I skipped somebody. Hold on. April says, I like the tip on listing all that you offer. Yes. If you have not seen my business card video on YouTube, check it out. List every service that you do, because they shouldn't have to guess. And if they're looking at your card, as I mentioned earlier, and you just have notary signing agent all cute and fancy, they don't know what that is. They're not going to call you. They can't, because they don't know what that is. They don't even know what a notary is until they need you. Okay. So Lenise says, what is better, manual fingerprinting or electronic? It really depends on your client. So even in my initial screening on my phone call, I asked them, does your company or whoever's asking you to be fingerprinted, do they want it the electronic method, or do they want it the old-fashioned ink? That's what I asked them. Because if you tell them manual, they're not going to know what that is. But they have heard of electronic. They may say, oh yeah, they told me they could upload it immediately. Okay. So you want to, that's part of your screening. You want to make sure, because you don't want somebody to come to your house and you doing the old fashioned ink kind, and their company clearly stated that they need live scan. Live scan is that electronic method. Okay. So you'll be wasting their time and your time, and they are not going to be a happy camper. So what I try to do is I try to keep a couple phone numbers for people in my area that do live scan. But now I actually have one, which is Ladero. He does live scan in his office. So I don't have to think about it anymore. I can send all my referrals over to Ladero. He's somebody that we trained. We work together. We send business to each other all the time. So I can send him my ink fingerprinting. Shout out to Ladero. So he actually set up an office too. He's in our Facebook group, very vocal about how he's winning him and many others. So please, if you're not part of our Facebook group, Notary Educators, if you're not part of our free email listing, that's Notary Educators. You can sign up for that at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay. So Lorena says, how much do I charge for ink fingerprinting? So that's going to be depending on several things. Am I traveling to them? Are they traveling to me? So as I mentioned earlier, your actual supplies don't cost anything really. So once you buy the cards and the ink and you know what to do, the rest of it is straight profit. It's straight profit. So I make it based on, like I said, if they're coming to me. I also charge per card. So it's a few factors that I always like to go over when it comes to pricing. It's not a one set, one thing fits everybody. Are they coming in the morning? Are they coming in the evening? Like this lady tonight, I didn't charge her anything extra because she was a repeat client. But I typically close at 5. So I don't know, her coming to me. And that's not regulated by your state either. Fingerprinting fees, FYI, is not regulated. So typically in my area, because in Atlanta, they can always charge double what I do. But for her tonight, I charged her $40. Again, anybody else, I probably would have said $50 after 5 because it's after 5 o'clock. So $50 for 15 minutes, pretty good. Do one a day, which you won't, but 2 a week. That's $100. That's $400 a month. Could that pay your car note if you do 2 a week? If you do 1 a week, $50, $250 a month. Could that pay something? That's how I think. I'm getting hot, y'all. That's how I think. I'm thinking big term, big. I think put it all in the pot as it grows. Okay. So if that's not worth it for you, it may not be. But for me and my business plan, yeah, everything adds up. Okay. And what else do we have? Do you have a recommended business card distributor? I get everything Cassie Bear from Vistaprint. Quick, fast, in a hurry. They will bring, you can get your stuff for you can get 100 for like $10, and they always have a sale. So I don't have a connection with them, but I just use Vistaprint. Look at my business card video before you order though, okay? Because like I said, I had a student earlier and she let me look at her card and it was a few things on there that we adjusted. So she's going to order some more. She was worried about the one she already had. And like I told her, as you're watching my video, I'm sure you're going to be like, ooh, I should have did ABC. No worries. Don't throw out the old ones. Because I did do that one time. I was like, oh, dog, I got to get some new cards. And every time you add services, your cards are going to change. That's what I was teaching her today. Sometimes that's going to be the cost of doing business. You learn how to do a new business that's going to make you, $500 a month. Is that worth buying some new business cards? Probably. But don't throw out the old ones. Like you might can give your old cards to, as you continue to grow your services, the old ones that you have, you might be able to just put them, give those to your clients, like your signing agent clients or your actual business clients. Because I always leave cards everywhere. So for myself, like when I became an apostille agent, I had to add that to my business. So that need to be on my card. That's a money maker. Okay. So yeah, your cards will change throughout your time having your business. Because you're going to learn more services. And by the end of this week, I'm going to give you some more services to add. All right. So Facebook says, what are the services that you should offer for someone who is thinking about starting a notary business? Interested, but don't know how and where to start in Alabama. So the first place I recommend is starting with my book, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama. I tell you how to start that business step by step. And not just Alabama, guys. I wrote a book for all 50 states. So your state has a book too. If you're in Alabama, if you're in Alaska, if you're in Georgia, if you're in Ohio, California, Nevada, you get the point. Every state has a book. Even Washington, D.C. has their own book. Washington State has a book. Vermont, Virginia. Every state has a book. Okay, so start there. And the book is over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. You can also find it on Amazon. There's a gray copy that's out there. That's the original. I did not remove it. It can still help you. But I actually took time and went to each state to do research. Okay, I do need to update. I think it's Alabama because you guys, if I'm not mistaken, since I wrote the book, and that's just been, 6 months ago or whatever. I think you guys are Frank from Alabama left the update in our Facebook group. So I need to look at that. But there's an update for you guys in Alabama. But still, that's only one little thing out of a 50 page book. But it's a quick read. And it will take you step by step, whatever state you in, to start that business. I talk about ink fingerprinting in that book too, okay? All the different services you can provide, remote online notary, whatever, okay? So check out that book, and that should help you get started, okay? And again, every state has their own book. Marcel says, I had 2 ink fingerprinting jobs one day last week. So see, she's in my area, actually. Hey, Marcel. And she took my course. So Marcel had 2 last week. I had 2 this week. So that meant, let's just say hers was average at $50, let's just say. And mine normally brought that cost to. So that was like $200, right? 200, no, 50 and 50. She had 2, I had 2. Oh yeah, my math is not mathing. Yeah, $200 between us, right? 50. Yeah, 200. So that's some nice money to add to your business. Can you tell us what the range is? Yeah, Andre, I just talked about that. Again, I base it on travel, and this is a late question, so I did just talk about the pricing. Hi, Kimmi. Is there a difference in ink and live scan? Oh, yes, Miss Willie Pennell. It is. The difference is the ink is the old-fashioned ink, and the live scan is electronic. And your initial investment is more too. With live scan, your initial investment could be like $5,000, $6,000. But if you have a brick and mortar, it's probably really worth it because people will be coming to you all day long. I do get the request for live scan quite a bit. Now, still not enough to justify $6,000 yet, but I have been talking to my husband, and we're trying to see if they have a smaller unit because I want to stay completely mobile. Ladero, who I was talking about earlier, he has a brick and mortar location. I want to stay completely mobile for myself. And that's because I just don't want to be sitting in the office all day. I like being mobile. And I like if I got to come home and do something, I can come home and do it and go back out. I don't want to be manning an office for myself. And we have a whole video on that too. Should you get an office space? Because a lot of people were doing that about last year. A lot of people were getting office spaces. So check that video out too. Should you get an office space? We're thinking about it. If we can get a small unit though, that's kind of compact, we can take it around with us. So we haven't not, completely ruled it out, but I kind of have, but I kind of haven't, because that's a huge investment. And I just don't have $6,000 to buy a machine that I may do for a month. I don't see it yet. I got to see the return on investment, and I just don't see it yet. So, Allison says, I'm so excited for the course, taking my first on Thursday. Oh, Allison, congratulations. Come back and let the group know how you enjoyed your first course with us. We are welcome. Looking forward to working with you. Are you doing self-paced or is it a live training with someone? Let me know. I'm just curious. So Rachel says, or Rochelle, my stamp, embosser, and seal will be here this week. Yes, get it. And what kind of training have you had, Miss Rochelle? Let us know. Slow but show. Yes, Miss B. Duncan. Hey, Facebook. Unfortunately, I cannot see your names over there. I'm so sorry. Hey, everybody. Lanice, you are welcome. I'm going to take a couple more. Let's see. Make sure I hit everybody. Latoya says, we really appreciate these lives, Kimmi. They are so helpful. Oh, it's my pleasure. I had been MIA before July because I was just so busy, y'all. But I'm back now. I'm trying to do a little bit more. And sometimes these lives will be late, like right now. But we're going to get ready to get off here because I know I said 30 minutes and I'm over always. Moses says, I'm a GED educator and IT consultant. Would like to know how I can leverage the knowledge with Notary Public. So you would just be starting a whole separate business. You would just a whole separate notary business because technically the GED part and the IT consultant, I mean, they really don't have anything to do with notary. As an IT consultant, you may eventually be able to build out notaries' web pages if that's something you can do. And see, Marcel is the bomb.com. So she says one client came to her, she charged them $60. And she went to one client and charged $70, $10 discount. Marcel, I'm going to be like you when I grow up. You know I'll be underpricing my jobs, right? I told Angela and Alexis last year I was going to go up on my ink fingerprinting and everything. I'm getting ready to increase my prices because y'all be knocking it out the box. Yeah, Moses, go ahead and open up that other business because one of them will take off, and you'll see which one you really want to focus on. I will say this, sometimes because you got 3 different industries, because sometimes people will tell notaries, don't add all these services. You need to focus on stamping. Don't add all these services. Be a notary signing agent. Don't do I-9s. Don't do proctor. Don't do fingerprinting. Don't do this. No, you need multiple streams of income. Okay. Now, in your case, they're all really different streams, right? So you got to probably focus on one and then come back and grow that one. And then, you know what I'm saying? But with notary, I mean, it encompasses so much. Like I said, my phone isn't ringing all day about any one particular service. So why not do more than one? Why would I not, So, Rachel says, I took your self-paced notarized like a pro. Yes, and I hope you are using it. So sounds like you are ready. And if you need some assistance, you can just email us. All right. And we'll get you going. And also make sure you're part of that Facebook group that is your extended family. Okay. They will help you too. So it's not just me, Alexis, and Angela, because we all actually work. But our Facebook group people are in there and they're very, very generous. And thank you, Marcel, for sharing your prices with us. Okay. I'm actually located in Georgia, where they say you can't make no money. They. I don't know if y'all saw that Tyler Perry movie one time, and they was like, who is they? Who is they? They say you can't make no money in Georgia. Well, guess where I'm at? I'm in Georgia. And actually, I help notaries in all 50 states, including Washington, D.C., because they're the District of Columbia. So anyway, guys, I am going to head out. What will increase your bottom line? Knowing how to do your job well, Miss Hammy loves K-pop. Knowing how to do your job well, that's what's going to increase the bottom line. Increase that bottom line. That's going to be a video. What can you do? I'm going to give you a couple right now. You can know what you're supposed to do out there. Be a great notary. 1, know how to provide services. That's marketing, right? So once you know how to do what you need to do, now we're going to market. Everybody needs to know you're in business and what you do. Okay. I'm in Michigan. No worries. I teach all 50 states. So where I'm located doesn't matter. Our Facebook group has 6,000 members, and where they are doesn't matter either. Why? Because at the end of the day, we're a notary, right? All your documents are not going to come from the state of Michigan. All my documents definitely do not come from the state of Georgia. Okay. So be clear. If you're a notary, you're a notary, and you know how to notarize any document from anywhere in the world. Okay. And that's what we teach. You can notarize a piece of toilet paper, and we are going to do that. Okay. We are going to do that because I say it all the time. I might have to do a live and do it on the live. I think I might do that. So that's coming, y'all. Remind me if I forget, because I have so many ideas going on up in this head. But doesn't matter what state you're in, Notary Educators can definitely train you, okay? NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. It would be our pleasure to assist you. Last comment for tonight is Rachel. I'm in the Notary Educators Facebook group and Georgia Notary Public group too. Very good. Very good. So take advantage of those. And if you find you're in a negative group, shut it down. Shut it down. Okay? All right, guys. Well, on behalf of Notary Educators, my training company, Alexis and Angela, and myself, and Notary Life with Kimmi, I'm going to wish you all a great, great evening, and I will be back this week, okay? Until next time, at Ink Fingerprinting. Good night, people. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.